Hello students, welcome to our session 3 of Science chapter 7, that is Getting to Know Plants. I hope you all have watched session 1 and 2 of this chapter. So, we all are studying different parts of a flower. In session 2, we have studied stem and leaves in detail. Now, in our session 3, we are going to learn about the roots and the flowers in detail. So, let's start.
Class 6 Science Chapter 7 Getting to Know Plants Session 3. So students, we already know that a plant body has four main parts: stem, leaves, roots and flowers. We have already studied stem and leaves in session 2. Now we will study in detail about roots and flowers. Okay. Parts of a plant. The root. The root grows and supports the plant below the ground. The root absorbs water and minerals from the soil, and the stem transports these to other parts of a plant. The root hold the plant in the soil, and so trees cannot be pulled out easily. We can say that roots anchor the plant in the soil. Anchor means to hold. There are two types of roots: taproot and fibrous root. First, we will learn about taproots. Types of roots. Taproot. Some roots grow long and deep. Such roots are called taproots. The prominent long main root is called the taproot. The smaller roots that grow from the main root are called lateral roots. A taproot goes deep into the soil. Many big trees have taproots. Types of roots. Fibrous root. In this type of root system, all the roots emerge directly from the base of the plant. Such roots are called fibrous roots. They do not have main root. All the roots are roughly the same size. They do not go as deep as tap roots. Grass has fibrous roots. Here's an interesting thing. Just by looking at the leaves of plant, you can tell about the kind of roots it has. If the leaf has parallel venation, then the plant has fibrous roots. And if the leaf has reticulate venation, then the plant has tap roots. So, we don't have to dig the soil, remove the plant and then look at the root. Just looking at the leaf, we can tell about the type of root it has. So, if the leaf has parallel venation, then the plant has fibrous roots. And if the leaf has reticulate venation, then the plant has tap roots. You eat carrots? What do you think carrots are? Carrots are tap roots. We eat some of these as roots: carrot, radish, sweet potato, turnip, etc. Okay, To understand the functions of roots, you can perform a simple activity. What you have to do is, you have to take two potted plants and then you have to remove roots from one of the plant. After that, you have to water the plants regularly till 1 week and then observe the plants after a week. Both the plants are watered regularly, but one is without roots, isn't it? What do you think? Which plant will be healthy? Let's find out. You will find that the plant in pot A, that is the plant with roots, will stand erect. It will be difficult to pull it out as the root provides support. The plant will show normal growth and development because of the roots. As we know that roots help in the absorption of water and minerals from the soil. Whereas the plant in the pot B with no roots will not stand erect, will fall. It will be easier to pull it out from the soil and eventually the plant will die as it has no roots. So, I hope by this activity you have understood the functions of the root. That the roots anchor the plant in the soil and the root absorbs water and minerals from the soil. Now we will discuss a very important part of a plant, that is the flower. The flower is the most attractive part of the plant. Flower comes in many shapes, size and colors. The flower is a part of plant that helps in reproduction. By the end of the session, you will understand that the flower is a part of a plant that helps in reproduction. First, we will study some common parts of a flower: petal, sepal, stamen, that is the male part of flower, and pistil, the female part of flower. The colored part of flower is called petals. The most attractive part of the flower, look at this picture. Okay, so these are petals. Different kinds of flowers have petals of different sizes, shapes and colors. If you look at the flower from below, you will see some green leaf-like things at the base of the flower. These small leaf-like green things are called sepals. Inside the flower, we see a number of thin long tubes with yellow pollen at the tips. Pollens are yellow powder-like substance which is present in the flower. So, these thin tubes with pollen are called stamens. The stamens are the male part of the flower. The stamens are arranged in a circle. Look at these pictures. This is a structure of a stamen. The stamen has a tube called the filament. The tip that contains pollen is called the anther. And the anther contains a yellow powder-like substance called pollen. Look at the stamens in these flowers. One tube is different from the rest. This tube is not a stamen. This is a pistil. The innermost part of a flower is called the pistil. It is the female part of the flower. A pistil has many parts. The tip is called the stigma. The long tube is called the style. At the base, it has an ovary which contains ovules. ovary is the lowermost and swollen part of the pistil. If you cut open this ovary, you will notice that there are small beads-like structure inside the ovary called ovules. Now we will see that how flowers help in reproduction. We know that the pollen grains are produced in the anther of a flower. These pollen grains are transferred to the stigma of the flower. The stigma of the pistil is sticky. It collects pollen. The pollen falls down the pistil into the ovary. At the base, the ovary contains ovules. When the pollen grains reach the ovules, then the ovary will start converting into a fruit, and the ovules will become the seeds of the fruit. So the ovary becomes the fruit and the ovules become the seeds. Hence we can say that the flower is a part of plant that helps in reproduction. The ovary becomes the fruit and the ovules become the seeds. And from the seeds, once again we can grow a new plant. So these are the parts of a flower which we have studied in this session: petal, sepal, stamen and pistil. Stamen are the male reproductive part of a plant which comprises of anther and filament. Pistil is the female reproductive part of a plant which consists of stigma, style and ovary. And anther contains pollen and ovary contains ovule. When the pollens reach the ovules, then slowly the flower starts converting into a fruit. So we have studied that roots help in the absorption of water and minerals from soil. Some roots grow long and deep. Such roots are called taproots. The roots emerge directly from the base of the plant. Such roots are called fibrous roots. We have also studied that flower is a part of plant that helps in reproduction. Petals, sepals, stamen and pistil are different parts of a flower. Thank you for watching the video.